You might know me as the sweater weather guy. And if you do, my deepest bitch. Here,
Already.
here we go.
Great start.
You might know me as the sweater weather guy. And if you do, my deepest condolences. A lot of people love or hate that level. My name is Liam. I've been playing since March 2014. My most notable achievements are getting It Means Everything in 3 runs. I made Sweater Weather, fortunately. It Means Everything, and my favorite level is Distraught by Alkali. I don't really play this game too much anymore, but I'm very up to date with everything that happens in the community, and I'm always watching from the sidelines. I still play here and there, and I try to get runs on impossible levels, but other than that, I'm focusing on my education and my career. I often have the opinions of an old head in this game, but I figured it would be a lot of fun to host a podcast with my friend, who's also been playing for as long as I have. So without further ado, let me introduce Ian.
What's up, guys? Crick. What is up, guys? My name is Ian, and you probably know me as Cart or Lowlife for my very niche audience. I've been playing Geometry Dash since mid-2014, and some cool facts about me is I've beaten all the main levels in the car. I have had a total of 7 Impossible Levels list world records. Play a lot of hard levels in secret, which I think makes me pretty cool. And I have substantial progress on It Means Everything, and I'm still washed. Another cool thing about me, I used to grind the Demonlist back in 2016, back before a lot of you were born, probably.
Okay.
I make a lot of cool layouts. I've beaten a few old challengeless levels, but I don't play Geometry Dash much anymore. Liam and I have been good buddies for a few years, and we share a lot of opinions, so we thought it'd be pretty dope to make a podcast to discuss some current events. If being a new gen is Democrat and an old head is a Republican, I am by far an 80-year-old conservative with bladder issues.
So the premise of this podcast is to discuss current, I would say, like controversial topics or things happening in Geometry Dash from the perspective of 2 people who have been playing this game for way too long and should probably move on to something else. But alas, it is the honest
We are
opinion.
still here.
We are still here. We're rotting, but we're still here.
We are festering in our graves looking at all the stuff going on, and we thought we'd just, pop in and give our opinions.
I'm raising my fist in the grave in like anger seeing some of the things happen, so I figured I'm not really mad about anything that's happening. But some of the topics that we will definitely be discussing at some point is Angelicide, Noclip accuracy, Demonlist, money or like financial incentive in the Geometry Dash community, whether that be Wabu or Heliopolis's bounty, our opinion on buffing levels to keep a top 1 status, groups like TCD, top player culture, okay, all the good stuff, or the fact that the star leaderboard is the only real official leaderboard, yada yada yada. Okay, that's the kind of realm of things that we will be discussing.
Also, we're probably going to cover some more conspiratorial topics over the course of these podcasts.
Don't say that.
We are definitely going to be covering some hot topics, some
of which may be absolutely false, but it's funny to think about. So
it would be really funny to entertain the idea of some of the things being true. So we will talk about them.
Viewer discretion
as much as
is advised. Please don't take
discretion.
Everything we say absolutely seriously. Sometimes we'll just say something to like throw the bait out there. We don't mean any harm to anyone by any means. We have nothing against anyone. Okay, don't listen to him. We have nothing against nobody, but if we do say something, it is for comedic purposes entirely. I can assure you. I would not be trying to get into, although I'm sure it's going to happen if we said a couple of things. I'm not looking to get knee deep into drama or anything. It's mostly for comedic purposes.
Nothing will be apologized for in any of these podcasts,
With that out of the way, that's pretty much our introduction. I don't know if we want to like have a sample discussion.
Yeah, we could just have an open discussion and then take parts of it and just throw it all together, I guess.
I'm frothing in the mouth. I gotta talk about Noclip accuracy. It's been itching my ass for about 2 weeks now. Orochi.
Fuck,
Is that how it's pronounced? It's Orochi. It's Orochi.
It is. I told you. Sorry.
You said Arachi.
You said Arachi.
Okay, fuck, I'm losing my mind. Anyways, Septagon 7, quote unquote, verified or beats Orochi. Fuck, am I saying it right?
Orochi. The old original Orochi. This isn't the one with the extension.
Yes. Okay.
This is the original novel boy before the redeco.
Yes.
You know.
Platnu Orochi. Without getting too into it, it's already been beaten legitimately. So this is basically like kicking a dead horse. But I was shocked to see in the comments section the amount of people that were completely on board with beating something in 100% accuracy, counting it as a legitimate completion because you don't die to anything. Now, unless Ian, you would like to say something or interject first, I have a few things to say about this.
Go ahead. I'll
right.
have my piece after.
So, FPS bypass at one point was treated the exact same way. And then it became normalized once people realized if you had the device to run it anyways, or if you had the hardware to use it, it would not be cheating because you're already running at that refresh rate. So, it was basically just gatekeeping good monitors to a small portion of the community.
It all started with Riot.
Yeah.
With his better monitor.
Ryan
and then it kind
noticed.
of Ryan noticed. I don't think he told anybody, did he?
No, he kept it for a bit, but it wasn't.
He definitely did.
It wasn't like he wasn't using FPS bypass.
Right.
Slightly
That
different.
didn't exist. He was just using the native refresh rate.
Yeah.
So
there was a lot of stigma against FPS bypass for a long time. Well into, if I recall, I think well into like 2019, 2020. I don't remember. It was no. It was definitely before
history,
2020. Yeah. I just remember for a very, very long time, FPS bypass was frowned upon, and your records would not get accepted if you were using them. Now, the issue is that's kind of unfair, because some people just, like, financially cannot afford a better monitor. It might be different now, because these monitors are, like, super common, but now, the newer case would be CBF. CBF, when it was not in vanilla GD, was deemed like illegitimate, was deemed cheating because it literally changes how the game detects
processes
inputs.
your inputs.
Yeah.
Yes.
It changes how the game detects inputs. And that quite literally under any video game ever would be considered cheating. But a lot of people were vouching for it. Doggy started verifying grief with it, which like I think that's fine because we all knew inevitably it was going to get added to the game. But even then, RobTop's CBF is really scuffed. And people still prefer to use the one that is unofficial, which, hey, like, whatever. If levels are still capable of getting rated now, which I have seen levels get rated that were verified with CBF, then that's chill. Like, that's fine. But it took getting added into Vanilla Geometry Dash before those levels were rated. So, now the point is no-clip accuracy. Will no-clip accuracy ever get added to Geometry Dash? I really don't think so. I mean, I'd be willing to bet so much. I'd be willing to bet like the whole left side of my body on the fact that no-clip accuracy will never get added into this game. When someone beats something in no-clip accuracy, you're right. You didn't die, but you are changing the way that the game works. Like fundamentally, you are changing the way that the game detects deaths on your winning attempt. And I think that that's cheating. So if you're using no-clip accuracy to practice or whatever, I think that's fine. But by the time you get 9 to 100 on a level, just turn it off. Come on. Do you really need it anymore? You know what I mean? Okay. That's my piece. My progress check is 0% on Orochi, by the way. I just want to make that abundantly clear.
Progress check 0%.
I have 0 attempts.
I'll do you a little bit better. Better? What? I'll do you one better. I have 4% on Orochi, so my opinion is probably more valid than yours. Let's just be honest.
Okay, really? Yeah. That's all I really have to say about it. I don't know if I feel like we should be having a conversation about this instead.
Definitely. I feel like you kind of went on a rant a little bit.
It's been literally itching for like 2 weeks. I had to talk about it.
You just gotta get it out.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand using no-clip accuracy to just play and learn levels. I don't think it's a bad addition to the game. I use it personally whenever I'm just playing levels for fun. I don't ever actually learn a level with no-clip accuracy. I kind of just fool around. But I think it's a cool addition. It definitely gets you familiar with the level. But the thing about no-clip accuracy when learning and actually beating levels is you're not training your brain to memorize the actual input timing. Especially with super hard levels, we see this like with Eternus and Chill Guy. He does most of his stuff on, no-clip accuracy because he sucks at the game.
Which is gambling! Sorry.
What?
Which is gambling!
He's gambling with Eternus because we've seen someone like Trick play Eternus for a little bit, and he had a substantial progress with a fraction of the attempts that Chill Guy or Dubes had. And I don't think it's healthy to do... I mean, jumping is a completely different other conversation, and we could maybe have that later.
Yeah.
But with no-clip accuracy, especially going from a point of low skill to something that is that so close to the human limit, by playing a no-clip accuracy, you're not really getting the best experience. You're not actually really learning the clicks. You're not hammering them into your brain by failing over and over and over. You're just seeing red flashes on your screen telling you died, but you don't understand why. You're not understanding it in your brain. You're not processing it. So I think it's great. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I will always die on the hill that learning levels without no-clip is the best, because when you do no-clip accuracy, you learn the general click pattern of the level. But I play piano, a lot of piano. I'm studying at a university, and when you practice piano, you don't just like run through the piece 100,000 times and make mistakes and hope that you get it once, like really good. No, you get really consistent at it. You want to be able to play it and perform it at a high level every single time. Now, obviously, that's not possible with something as demanding as Geometry Dash to a certain difficulty degree, but I think the same premise should still apply. I mean, if you spend time practicing it, not just like no-clip accuracy in your way. Like we saw with this with VSC back in the day, even though it's not really that back in the day. We saw so many people getting no-clip accuracy runs on VSC, and even my friend Jack, he beat it in no-clip accuracy, and then it took him another like 2 years, I think, before he beat it without accuracy. That should not be happening, period. If you have like substantial progress on the level, just turn off no-clip accuracy. It's totally unnecessary. There's just really no reason for it. Especially if you're playing from zero. If you're playing from zero, what are you doing?
Oh, yeah. There's no reason to be playing from zero with no-clip back. It's a completely different beast, because with no-clip accuracy, you have the subconscious expectation that you will die. There's a possibility of you dying, but you'll keep going. And the difference with playing from zero without no-clip accuracy is you actually have nerves. Now, I'm sure there are people, you still get nerves when playing a no-clip accuracy, especially for far, maybe, but it's not comparable to doing it without it.
Yeah.
And that's just a fact.
I have to admit, even if I've been getting a crazy run in no-clip accuracy, I never get nervous. I'm just like, whoa, huh? And then I keep going. I don't get nervous when I play with no-clip accuracy. I'm sure that would change if I played with no-clip accuracy every single time I opened the game. But that's all I had to... I think you nailed it pretty well. That's all I really had to say about it.
I mean, Septagon... I mean, to your point, you have no reason to be playing from zero with no-clip accuracy. And I appreciate him going back and beating it legit.
I think that's crazy. I have to admit... You have to be so demotivated after beating something in no-clip accuracy and getting 100% accuracy with it. I would be super demotivated. So
I'd be pissed.
The fact that
I would honestly be so pissed.
Yeah. The fact that Septagon beat it so quickly after the fact is crazy. I think it was like 2 days, and that was it.
He's super consistent. Yeah.
That's insane.
Definitely cool. I'm excited to see if the full Orochi will ever come out. I have no clue what's going on in the background.
Still in the loop, do you think, on that level?
I mean, he commented on the verification, so I mean, I guess he's around.
That's crazy.
I'm sure he's got people telling him stuff, but
yeah.
I think it's cool that he's around. I would love to see full Orochi finished. It's probably my top 5 levels of all time, and it's definitely cool to see the old unnerfed verified. I actually have no clue how hard it is. It looks pretty hard.
It looks insane. I mean, I definitely won't ever be beating it. We could talk about jumping to levels.
jumping to levels. Yeah, let's hop back on the Eternus thing because
Yeah. I don't think anyone jumps, like, quote unquote, jumps to Eternus or like Hercs from Theory of Everything 2 to Tidal Wave. I don't think anyone does that, willingly makes the decision that they're going to finish that jump. They just kind of like play it out and see how it goes, if they make progress or not. Because
either that or they're taking it way too seriously.
Yeah, like
And
feel
they
like
really
have,
believe.
Yeah,
Like they
feel
overestimate their ability to actually play the game, and then they get to it and they realize, oh
Yeah.
shit,
Or they feel they
this
have
is
an obligation to do so because
Right.
they're in it so deep already, and they're like 100,000. Yeah, they're 100,000
and you
attempts
just
deep.
give up, and then what? That's just all that time wasted.
As someone who jumped from Annihilation Nation to Wazureta, which is like that's like a whimsy jump in the grand scheme of things compared to like the
Yeah.
things that people are jumping to nowadays. Like people are jumping from like fucking Club Step to Slaughterhouse or something like that. That's
Yeah.
crazy. I know for a fact Deadlock to Slaughterhouse has happened, which is just
Yeah,
nuts.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I don't.
Someone
understand
jumped
it.
from the main menu to Bloodbath. Did you hear about that?
Yeah. His first ever level.
Was Bloodbath. That's
Was
crazy.
Bloodbath.
What the fuck? Like, this is just becoming normal. That's
And
not
I don't-
normal, bro.
It's not normal, and I don't think it should be normalized. And it's too late. It's too late.
I think
It's so
people-
normalized.
Yeah, people are justifying like these super uber high attempt counts on like really hard levels to amount to an achievement, but and maybe, you know what, if you enjoy that, that's chill. Like sometimes I enjoy that too, because you set yourself a really high goal, and then when you slowly reach it, that's super fulfilling. But when you rid yourself of the process of beating other levels and like genuinely enjoying the game because it takes you less time, you're getting more dopamine at a more consistent rate because
Right.
you're not dying like hundreds of thousands of times
Over and over at
Yeah.
the same thing. You're just smashing your head against a wall when you could be progressing. I think GDDP is such an undervalued asset for players,
True.
especially now that it's implemented with Globe. Was it Geode?
I think it's Geode, yeah.
Yeah, Geode. I mean, all these players have such wide access to all these tools to help them, and yet here they go, still jumping. And I swear you could probably spend the same amount of time on that jump, beating that super hard level. You could go like from a progression and beat it in way less attempts,
sure.
and enjoy it probably more.
For sure. There's
And I don't think people are thinking-
I have a bone to pick with
Wait.
people who fucking hate
Okay.
on Sweater Weather, by the way. Because most of you people are going for it as your first extreme, and that's a bad idea. Because what's the hardest parts of Sweater Weather? The ship and the wave.
Ship
and
and the
for some
wave.
people, somehow the spider. But if you don't have the skill, to enjoy the ships and the waves, which, yeah, they're a little bit hard, but it's not like I'm gonna kill myself. Oh, okay, I can't say it. I'm not gonna unalive myself over the ships and the waves, okay? If you find yourself really struggling and you are not consistent at those parts, or from zero you find you're dying to the ship over and over, you probably shouldn't be playing it yet. Go play other things first. Build up your skill and then get to a point where you can enjoy Sweater Weather. This happens to every extreme. When Aku was considered the easiest extreme demon, everyone was jumping to it. A lot of people loved it. A lot of people hated it because it's the most accessible extreme demon. So people who don't have the skill to be playing something like that and truly enjoying it are just bashing their head against it and hoping for a victory. Anyways.
And yeah, that's a great point. And to your point, I think a lot of people nowadays, they have so much access to the social media where they see people beating hard levels that they're thinking, oh, I can totally do this myself, and I'm just going to go straight for this.
Oh, yeah.
And, it'll be super easy and whatever. But that's not the case. And I think for both of us, I don't know how smooth and I don't know what that progression graph looks like for us. I mean, at some point it's spiked up in difficulty, to levels we've jumped to. But for the most part, when you're beating entry-level extremes, if you're going for your first entry-level extreme, you don't really know what game mode you're best at, which makes it hard to find levels to substitute to get better at other ones that you're not good at, if you know what I mean.
Some people just have a good intuition for what game modes they're the best at. And I feel like when you're going into your first extreme, you probably have a general idea of what game modes you struggle the most with. For me, that'd be swing copter. Like all the way 100%, never will not be swing copter.
Like old swing copter or new swing
New
copter?
one. Well, new and old, honestly. I'm not very good at old swing copter either. Yeah, I mean, first of all, going for your first extreme is an extremely tedious and laborious process. You're going to get irritated. You're going to get annoyed. Even people who have beaten many extremes got irritated with sweater weather. I understand. I understand. It's not a perfect level. I apologize. It's not meant to be a perfect level. I built it.
It's a perfect level.
I built it in, like, no joke, 2 days. So of course it's not perfect. And although a lot of people would disagree with me on this, if you don't enjoy it, bro, like, just nerf it. Make your own version and beat it. Who, in the end of the day, who gives a shit if you beat it?
Yeah.
Not? Like,
yeah.
I've beaten versions of levels and they've been much easier, and like obviously you can tell it was nerfed, but I've never uploaded it or anything. Uploaded? Yeah. I've never uploaded it. Anything, even unlisted. I would never upload it because it's just for enjoyment. Why would I, like, okay, whatever.
Right.
Just
a lot of people
just enjoy the game.
Kind of, I think the Airdle has definitely gamified the system of extremes, because now you see all these extremes and you associate points with them. And I understand wanting to progress further in the skill range, but you don't need to sacrifice your enjoyment for points and leaderboard stuff. I mean, unless you're super dedicated and you're actually enjoying what you do, you know, don't do it. You know, just save yourself a lot of headache, a lot of trouble, and just play what you find fun. That's what I do. I don't play something just because it's hard. I like Silent Club Step because I like it.
Aura,
I think
man.
it's fun.
Yeah.
It has a lot of aura. So just do what you like. Don't do what other people. Yeah.
In terms of the demon list, I think this will be the last thing we talk about today, but I remember the first iterations of the demon list were on, I think Sandstorm may have contributed at one point to it, but it was mostly, or like Riot oversaw the demon list very briefly. And on those demon lists, because it was just uploaded in the GD forums at the time, you had, it was very similar to the GDDP. You had ranks of levels because they didn't want to objectify, like, which is harder than which is harder than which.
Yeah.
Even levels that were deemed impossible or like hack verified were still on that list, funny enough, because it was just a list of the hardest levels, and we thought that was cool. So I do believe that although we have put a number on every single one of like the top 150 and beyond hardest levels, and even the ones that aren't on that list yet, that are on the impossible levels list, we have associated a number that may not be accurate, and like they admit to it. They know that it's not accurate, and it never will be because it's subjective, you know. But I believe that we take these placements for a level in a video game way too seriously. It really doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it's a hard level. Like, it's really, really hard. And that's all we can say about it. Depending on the person, some levels, like Sakup and Circles, would be easier than Slaughterhouse for some people, and vice versa. It just depends on their skill set, and it's impossible to really get down to like objectively what is harder.
Yeah, I mean, there are top players that are super good at wave and ship, and there are others that are super good at timings. Like, and if you had two people with opposing skill sets beat the same level, they're gonna have different opinions. Over here. So obviously, all this stuff is very subjective, and I feel like a lot of people trust the demon list too much with the placements. I think a lot of it is wrong. I think the global demon list, a lot of it is wrong. You know.
Yeah,
nobody's really right. There's no standard for measuring the difficulty. It's basically just opinions clashing. And
when people rank difficulty based off of frame perfects, I don't even talk to me. I can't deal with it. I'm sorry. Don't even talk to me.
Yeah.
That's so. I mean, like, specifically 60 or 120 FPS frame perfects. 120 maybe is more reasonable, but when you have like 60 FPS frame perfects, dude, no, stop.
No,
that is such a big window in the grand scheme of things.
And I think the GDDP does it really well, honestly. I like the different tiers. I think it's a cool concept, and it really just lets you choose kind of what level you want to do from this tier versus seeing the numbers in order, being like, oh, this is the hardest one versus, let's look at the top 10. So if the entire top 10 was in one tier and they didn't have numbers,
right.
you could just choose whatever one you wanted and not worry about a number associated
Well,
with it.
Unfortunately, difficulty is exponential in this game. So like the difference
Yeah.
between number 10 and number 1 is massive. Like it's huge. So it would have to be. I do believe that maybe the hardest level. It's pretty easy to tell what the hardest level is, unless you have a case like Tartarus or Sonic Wave Infinity, or
True Effect.
things like that. Oh, True Effect, dude.
True Effect,
True Effect
bro.
was done so dirty.
Dude, I was telling people back when it came out, I was like, yo, wait, this is harder than Tartarus.
bro. Yup. Like this has
Nobody
But-
believed me.
in the end of the day, I do believe we will always have a strive for the hardest level, and we will always put a pedestal on like the hardest achievement in this game. But as far as that goes, I do think it would benefit us a lot to stop placing a number on our achievements. And a lot of people go for levels simply because it's like, oh, it's my first main list, or oh, this is my first top 10. So they'll choose a level that's in the top 10, or like, oh, I'll choose. They'll be jumping from like, no joke, let's say like I don't know, Catalyze or Zapkill. Like they'll be jumping from
Auditory
extreme-
Breaker
yeah.
or something,
They'll
yeah.
jump from Auditory Breaker to like Sonic Wave Infinity, which is basically the same level. Not at all.
Same thing, yeah.
They'll jump from Auditory Breaker to, let's say, like Firework, which I guarantee that jump has been done before. I guarantee it. And
Maybe.
That jump, unless you just really love Firework, I don't know. Why? Why would you do that? Firework, I'm
Truly.
sure at the time it was in like the top 10 or the top 5. Maybe it was even, top 5, top 4, whatever. And
Yeah.
they decide, okay, this is the hardest, like one of the hardest levels in the game. I'm just gonna cement my legacy now and burn myself out, and that's it.
Yeah. It's crazy. Yeah, and I think if you're just beating a main list because it's main list and not because you like it, maybe you should just go and wait for another main list to come up and then beat it if you like it.
Yes,
You know,
there's always another level that comes out that is much better than
Yeah.
the surrounding levels on the list for its
eventually you'll find
placements.
something you like. You don't have to pressure yourself into
Yeah.
beating something for the points or worrying about your old hardest falling off the list.
I feel like we should normalize going for levels that aren't rated too, because those hold just as much significance. Like the Rupture was unrated for so long, and when it got placed, it was still, I think it was at number 8, which is crazy because
Yeah.
it probably would have been
Yep.
number 2 if it was rated as soon as it was fair. Or Crimson Planet, of course. Crimson Planet's like like the cookie cutter scenario where it gets rated, it gets rated so many years later, and it would have 100% been top 1 at the time when it was verified. Just go for levels. I don't think the rating system of this game matters too much. It matters to the people who are grinding stars, but you're not grinding stars, so just go for levels. If you are grinding stars,
Yeah.
I mean, wow, big respect to you. I couldn't do it. I think it's incredibly laborious, and it's just
Yeah.
it takes so much energy out of you. I could never.
Why should I beat Slaughterhouse when I could beat Finger Dash and get 14 stars? That's my thing. Like,
That's what I'm
what's
saying.
the point?
Why I could beat 10 auto levels, and then I could.
Oh wait, you're so right. Yeah,
Exactly.
Hey, we're encouraging y'all to star grind.
I
Get off
think
the demon
It's
list.
very possible. I'm not gonna like write a paper on it or whatever, but I think that there's a very big correlation between the kind of brain someone has, or like their psychology or philosophy for something, or for life in general, and the kinds of people who jump like crazy amounts of levels. I'm sure
Yeah.
there's a huge there's a correlation between the people that experience goosebumps when listening to music and not experiencing goosebumps when listening to music. So there has to be a correlation between like people who are wave carried or ship carried, or like who jump levels and don't jump levels, or whatever. Or you use no clip accuracy or don't use no clip accuracy. I guarantee there's a difference. And to that end, I do. That's why I think the list is so objective, and everything in this game is so objective. But this is
It's
just
subjective.
the opinion of two old heads.
You might want to rephrase those sentences. I think you said objective when it's subjective.
Oh, my fault. You're right. No, it's entirely subjective. Subjective. Everything is like personally perceived in this game. It is not end all be all. This is like A or B. It's all up for interpretation, of course, as all forms of art are. I don't want to like glaze Geometry Dash and call it a form of art, but it's pretty damn. It has to be. Look at what people have made.
People
Look at
have
what
people have
contributed
done
their
some
lives to this
crazy
game.
stuff. in this game. People have made entire other games in Geometry
Yeah.
Dash. That's how
It's
far
beyond me.
we've come. Yeah.
I mean, I played most of my hours in this game are from 1.9 to like 2.1, and I have to admit, I can't believe how far this game has come, and the community in general. We can save this for another time, but unfortunately, the content generated from this game has not stood up to par with the achievements of this game. Right. And I think we should leave it at that.
Take care, everybody. We will see y'all sometime in the future. We don't really know what our upload schedule is going to look like.
Once a week, maybe.
So maybe once a week. But hey, go into the comments. Leave us some suggestions of topics you might want to hear from us. So
let us know what you want us to give our opinions on and what you want us to talk
absolutely.
about. That would be so cool.
Hey, and if you leave a particularly stupid comment, we might show it at the beginning of the video. So
I think having a wall of shame at the beginning of each episode would be pretty sick.
The wall of shame will be featured in the upcoming videos. Okay, so if you didn't make it to this and you've left a quite a mean or rude comment, we will go look for it. And we will put it on the screen next time.
Okay.
So, be warned.
It's going to be a blast editing this one. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but we'll figure it out. Please don't take everything we say so seriously. This is simply opinions. Like, in the end of the day, we change nothing. We're just blabbering about this game. It's really not that serious.
Yeah.
We can't change anything. We don't even play this game that much. We're just talking shit at the same time.
We're just talking shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, please take everything with a grain of salt. And that's that. Peace.
That is that. Peace out.
Or something.
Peace and love and shit.